What's up guys, Anthony here with Empire Music, empiremusic.com. You can reach me here at the shop directly, 412-343-5299. You can email me also, it's anthony@empiremusic.com. Love to talk to you guys. I get a ton of emails flying and a ton of calls at the shop. You guys watching the YouTube content, greatly appreciate that. Please hit subscribe, all the things that we do on the interwebs today, but we're always happy to get some content out to you guys. And inexpensive one today, but super, super cool. So this is the 54 Squier jazz bass that looks kind of like a P bass, but it's a jazz bass, but it's also a P bass. We're all confused here, right? Really, it's a jazz bass straight up, but it has kind of that old 54 P bass aesthetic with the pick guard on there. But there wasn't a jazz bass in 54, so, you know, one more layer of confusion there. What we got going on with this guy, vintage bridge, single coil Alnico Fender pickups in there, stack knob control. So what's that mean? Well, the stack knob was around on the jazz bass in 1960 through midway through 61. So it was really the first incarnation of the jazz bass. We got going on there is volume, volume, tone, tone. So it's stacked configuration. You have tone options for both pickups on there versus the volume, volume, tone. So the three knob setup that we're used to on the J bass. Asymmetrical jazz bass body, like I said, kind of got the old school vibe with the P bass style pick guard on it, but it's an 1.5 inches at the nut, so that's all jazz bass. It's a C profile, maple neck, Squier hardware on there, so that's where we're saving a little bit of money. That's where some of the I wouldn't say corners have been cut, but that's why these basses are priced under 500 bucks. So as we move up, we get a little beefier hardware on there, but I had no problem tuning this thing. I did the most minimal of setup to this bass right out of the box. Really impressed with how it played. Sonically, it gives you everything a jazz bass would give you, what you would expect out of it. Even though it has the vintage aesthetic, it's not really that tonally. It's much more of a modern, very crisp. Sometimes it can actually get a little bit too bright out of the pickup, but it's super simple to control that. Roll some tone off of it, you're good to go. So always impressed with these basses out of the Squier lineup. Under 500 bucks, man. Like, you just can't beat it. If you're a seasoned pro that wants a little backup bass, something different in the collection visually, or if you're a beginner looking for a hip bass to kind of start out on, you look no further. For, like I said, under 500 bucks, you just can't beat it. So we'll go through some tone, wide open pickups on there. I do have volume rolled back. I'll give you an example of how bright that thing can get with both pickups up. Right now, we're probably at about 50% and 30% here with the pickups respectively. We'll roll through some tones, like I said, wide open. killer, man. Like, just cannot beat that for the price. Like I said, I have tone rolled off. I'll roll tone all the way up on there. We'll see, it gets a little bit out of control brightness for my personal taste, but might be somebody out there that digs that. So check it out. Little artificial sounding for me on the top end, but again, we go that back to 50%, a little lower than that on the bridge. Killer, right in line with what we want out of a Fender, I feel like, at least for my taste. We'll go just front pickup, so a little bit of P-bass vibe out of that. And we'll roll just back to the bridge pickup. And just to reference back to both pickups wide open. Personally, I think that's where it really shines. Wide open, both pickups, tone rolled back. Monster of an instrument. Just playing it, just hearing it in that setting, you'd never think this was in the price point that it was. So this is the Squier 54 jazz bass. Looks a little bit like a P-bass. Definitely has all the jazz bass tonal properties to it. New for 2021 in black with the anodized guard, sunburst with the tortoiseshell guard. If you need anything, call me at the shop, 412-343-5299. It's Anthony@EmpireMusic.com is the email address. Anything that you need, free shipping, pro setup included on every purchase. We'll see you next time. Thanks.